week 5. So I just pulled into the parking lot. There's a couple teachers here already. Looks like there's some more coming in. Today is a professional development day, so I'm dressed a little bit more casually. Jeans, yay! Usually we don't have school on Mondays, so this is a Monday that we had to come in order to do professional development. So for us, this is, a killer 5-day week. We don't handle that well. So, but we'll survive. I have a lot of stuff to get ready. I have some IEPs I need to work on, and then I have a new student coming in that is going to need a little extra support. So we're going to get everything ready for that. And then at some point I'll be going to some of the professional development meetings. Some stuff pertains to me, some does not. More often than not, I go to stuff that doesn't pertain to me, or a very small, tiny bit of it pertains to me. So hopefully today's a good, productive day, and we get a lot of stuff ready for our new student coming in, and I can work on a couple of IEPs that have meetings coming up. So week 5, can't believe we're already a month down. So yay. Well, our professional development day is done. It's about almost 5 o'clock, and I'm still here at school. I had to get some stuff ready for tomorrow, especially since I'm going to have that new student. Until we get him figured out what we're going to do with him as far as placement, until then he'll be in my class all the time. So that means I will not have planned time at all this week. So trying to just get stuff done that I would normally try to get done throughout the week. There's some stuff I'm going to have to do at home when I get home, and just so that I can have things ready to go for the week, and then I won't have to worry so much about it during my plan time. I do have a couple of paras. We're borrowing a para from the elementary due to the fact that I will be out of the classroom for 2 different IEP meetings this week while this new student is here. So they're giving me the assistance of an extra para so that we can do that and not have to worry about coverage. So hopefully everything works out great this week, and hopefully I'll have time to hop on and chat and tell you about the day, but we will see. And so yeah, week 5, starting off a 5-day week. So we just want to make sure that we can give him the best support that he needs and the appropriate amount of support. So right now what we're doing is just kind of watching him and seeing how he handles social situations and academics as well. So it's a little bit different for him, so it's a fun adventure for us. And so I have an extra para in my room just so that she can help us just track behaviors, and just so that we have another person to kind of take some notes so that we know what's going on. And we are trying to see if I walk out of the room, how does he react, and just how he's reacting to different situations. And of course there's other times during the day that I need to be teaching my students, and so my paras are there to be able to kind of help him with the assessments that we're trying to get done. And we were able to get his iReady assessments done, and he did fine on those. So we just need to continue. We're going to do some academic testing, some social testing. I know that they have a occupational therapist coming by. So just kind of giving them all we got just to see where we are at. And then tomorrow is actually midterm. So I can't believe it's already midterm. That's insane that we're already halfway through the first quarter. I feel like it's been no time at all, but at the same time, it's been forever. So hopefully kids are doing great at midterm. So we'll, of course, have some grade checks. And so I know that the students in my class are doing fine in my classes, but we just have to see what they're doing in their other classes. So hopefully everybody is doing well. I had to leave right after school today because I have physical therapy for a concussion that I got at the end of the school year last year. And so I forgot, and I had to ask my principal real quick. I said, hey, is it okay if I go? Because I need to get across town. And she's like, oh yeah, sure, not a problem. So I was able to get out right before the buses. So that was really nice. I'm hoping I don't hit bus traffic of any of the other local schools. So I'm pretty sure I'll make it on time because I still have almost 20 minutes to get across town, so I'll be all right. But yeah, so day in the life of a special ed teacher. Let me tell you, today was one of those wild ones. I was able to do quite a few different things with different groups and had an IEP meeting today. So it was at the end of the day. Typically we do them at the beginning of the day, so that was a little different, but it actually went really well. The parent was there and on time, which was great, so that we could get the meeting started real quick. And no questions. He was a student who we've had in the past, so it was pretty easy. Dad was there and didn't really have a lot of questions, so it was really nice to be able to get that done. And some parents who are newer are just not as familiar with the IEP, so it takes a little bit longer. But this dad was ready to go, and so had a cute little brother with him too, so he was adorable. So that was fun. And sorry, I'm obviously driving right now, so I've got to pay attention to traffic. And yeah, but it was a great day. And again, tomorrow is midterm, so grade checks tomorrow. Hopefully my kids are all doing great, and we will see what happens for the rest of this quarter, and hopefully it's a great one. So thanks for watching. Good morning. It is Wednesday. Hump day. Yeah, okay, if you're old enough to know how annoying those commercials were. Oof. Anyway, so today is midterm. I can't believe it's already midterm for first quarter. That is crazy. I feel like we just started school. So, wow. Today, hopefully we'll get some stuff done. It is almost 6:30 right now in the morning. Sorry that it's so dark. But I am headed to school very early just so that I can get some stuff done. Again, as I've said, because of my student that I'll have in my classroom, I'm not getting some time to do plan time today, or hopefully I'll get some starting tomorrow. But anyway, so I tried to get a lot of stuff done last night. Yes, teachers work off of contract hours, so I got some stuff together for my students to do pretty much for the rest of the week that I would normally try to get together on plan time. So this morning I have to go ahead and send all that information to the printer, and then I will print all that stuff out. So one thing that I use, which is a great teacher tip, is Google Keep. And a lot of my documents, I went ahead and saved them as PDFs, and so I have them in my Google Drive. You can just right click and put share, and when you do that, you can actually copy the link to that actual thing in your share drive. And I just put it on a Google Keep note, and I to it first is who gets to it. Looks like I am the first one here at school. Yay! So maybe I will get some stuff done. That would be really, really, really nice. So I am going to go in and start working on that. I will show you some of that Google Keep stuff, and if I have time and can get it done, but I might not. So I might show you that when I get home, because I of course use Google at home as well as at school, and that is what's really nice, is to be able to, again, I prepared all this stuff last night and got it ready and can do it here at school. So that is what's very nice. So happy Wednesday, have a great day, and hey, today's midterm, so we're halfway through the first quarter. So here's a cute little teacher tip for all of you teachers out there. So I always use Google Keep. So this is Google Keep, and if you use Google with your school stuff, that is great. So yesterday at night I was working on some stuff at home that I needed to print out. So these are my black and white copies that need to be printed out. So you can see I have quite a few that I was working on. So this is a link to where that item is located on my drive. So what's great about this is I just labeled what it was so that I kind of knew what it was. But then I click on here and push open link, and it will take me straight to that item in my Google Drive, so I can print straight from here. So if I have a list of things that need to be printed, I can just do that. So when you are in Google Drive, looks like I don't have a drive up here right now. You can go over to what we like to call the waffle, open up Drive. So here's my Google Drive, and so let's just go with, I'll just do something that's easy. So we'll go to our bell schedule. If I wanted to print this off, all I have to do is right click, then I do share, and here's copy link. So I can copy that link, then I can go over here to Google Keep, and I can just paste it, and then whatever I want to print will be there. You can see I have a black and white, and I do have a color print one, so that I can do this quickly and get it to the printer that it needs to go to, because here at our school, those are two different printers. So I have a list. I also share this list with my aide. So down here I can push share. So basically whichever one of us can get to it first can print everything out. So usually I'll put how many copies I want of each thing up on this, but I knew that I would be the one doing it, and I also needed to look at my classroom list to make sure I was getting the right number. So I haven't memorized that yet, even though today is midterm for first quarter, but you can see here there's the two of us. So both of us can see it, and whoever gets to it first gets to print everything, and I don't have to have a list for her to where she has to go find it. She can just click the link, it'll come up. Even though she doesn't have my Google Drive, she'll still have access to it because of the link. So it makes it easy for if you're going to use this with maybe a team that has multiple teachers that teach 5th grade, and you all want to print the same thing. This would be an easy way to do it, is to copy the link, put it in something like this. You could also put it in a document if that makes it easier for you, but this is how we use Google Keep to print off our worksheets. I've gotten a lot of stuff done this week. We had, like I said, a new student, so that new student actually we thought was going to be, I think, a little bit more of a challenge than he actually was, so that was good that we were able to kind of get to know him. And so in special education, you just got to go with the flow and see how things go. We had an extra para this week just to kind of help us out with things and kind of be able to document where we thought this student was at, because we hadn't had him before and he'd been out of school for a while. He'd been homeschooled. So, but yeah, we ended up with a good week. My students seem to have a great week. And yeah, so week 5 is over. We got through midterm, was the middle of the week, so can't go wrong there. And a lot of my kids, I think they'll have some eye-opening grades possibly from some of their other classes, but that's okay. Most of them in my class are fine, obviously. And so a lot of teachers, I think, need to maybe do a little bit more parent contact, just so that parents won't be shocked when they see these grades, because again, if a student is struggling within the first couple weeks, they're probably going to continue to struggle unless something else happens. So I am a pretty firm believer in contacting the parents as soon as possible when there's an issue. Again, I've become more that way as a special ed teacher, because when I was a regular classroom teacher, I hate talking on the phone to parents. I hate talking on the phone, period, to be honest, with anybody. So, yeah, talking with parents, it's sometimes a little nerve-wracking because you don't know if you don't have a relationship with them yet. And so, but there's a lot of different ways to contact. So I usually start with some kind of communication. We used Parent Square this year. We had used Remind in the past. So I just contacted some parents, in fact, through Parent Square, just to give them a heads up on some of the grades that were coming. I have one student, again, that new student that just started. He'd only been at school for 2 days when midterm happened, so he actually did have one assignment that was due, and he didn't quite get it done, so it made it look like he had a terrible grade, because that was the only thing it was out of. So he turned it in today, and it's fine now. So, it will be fine, and I reassured the parents that it's because it was based on one assignment that hadn't gotten turned in yet. So, and that happened to be on his second day of school. But hopefully those parents will be okay and understand that. And again, I know his grade will go up as we get more assignments in there. So, but other than that, it was a really good week, and I'm finally home. I'm ready to rest for the weekend. I've had a couple things after school, after work this week happen the last 2 nights, and so I'm a very tired girl. So I just stopped at Walmart and grabbed like some pizza and ice cream for dinner. I know that's not the healthiest, but it is low sugar. In fact, it's the Rebel brand. So the entire pint is like 1 sugar, and then the other one I got is 0 sugar. So I'm eating something, but I don't have to feel too guilty about it. So, but anyway, had a great week, and hope you all had a great week as well. Week 5 is done.